Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make traditionally styled throwing stars. Okay, so the building materials that we're going to need is a saw blade or any form of sheet metal. You can make as many as you want, as thick as you want. You just mainly need to make sure that they're aerodynamic. A pair of gloves that fit like a glove. Safety glasses and a respirator. These are so that the metal filings that come off don't damage you. An angle grinder. You could replace this with a hacksaw. I do not have a hacksaw, so I'm just going to use an angle grinder. I'm going to use these two kinds of files. This one has a curve on it. This one does not. And then two angle grinder discs. This one is a cutoff wheel. And this one is a flap disc. I am using 120 grit, but you could use whatever grit you want. I'm mainly just using it to get all the rust off of the saw blade. So, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is, suit up. Get all your gloves on. Make sure that you have your respirator and your goggles on, because one time I was actually angle grinding something. A spark flew up, hit me directly.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is just remove all of this rust off of this saw blade, because there's a whole lot on there. And I'm going to be using the flat disc. I'm going to be using the flat disc and angle grinder to do that.
Bolo here. I'm Darius's dad. I just want to let you know, Darius doesn't actually know what he's talking about, because this is the first time he's ever done anything like this. He's just repeating a lot of things that I told him. And I learned about the Shuriken from the book The Mystic Arts of the Ninja by Stephen K. Hayes, the first American to train in ninjutsu in Japan. So, as this is his first recording, let's take it easy on him. Alright, thanks. Bye.
Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is draw out your basic design. Now for traditional throwing stars, they were about a square. And no, they're not those 5.6 point things with the holes drilled all up in them. No, this was all that they were. So, I'm going to try to get about, 6 or so out. And now, whenever you're working with metal and you want to be able to draw on a stencil, this is a little trick, but if you use magnets to hold them on there, it won't move. So then you can draw on there very easily, which is very, very helpful. Okay, so I've gotten all of my stencils cut out. I was managed to squeeze about 4 on there. Now, I'm just going to begin cutting them out one by one. Hey, I know that I said I was gonna come back after I finished cutting out all the squares, but before I do, I need to my dad actually told me that I had to say this, but I actually got the whole vise situation replaced because I was just using that and a weight. But he said that I couldn't continue until I got an actual vise. So that's why. Yeah, that's just why I'm using a vise instead of a weights. Anyway, back to the video. so long, only a couple of days. So now, there we go. Is it just me, or does this already kind of look like a an axe head or something? Oh, that would be cool. I am absolutely saving this for later. Alright, so now that that's done, we're going to move on to putting an edge on these things. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, well, not the first. Give me a minute, I'm really tired. Okay, so the next step, go ahead and pull out a tape measure. And make sure you find the center. The way that I'm going to do that is... Alright, so for the design, you're going to want something like this. You know, it is just a very, very standard traditional throwing star. And next, you're just going to want to cut it out. Okay, hey there, the very next step that we're going to be doing is actually drilling holes into the shurikens, and not actually sharpening them. Well, we'll do that step next, so don't worry. Okay, here we go.
Hey, I don't know why I didn't say this in the video, but the next step is actually, well, now the next step is actually going to be sharpening it. I don't know why that wasn't even mentioned in the video.
Okay, I'll come back whenever they're all sharpened. Okay, who's ready for the epic reveal? Yeah, they're not exactly great looking, but I mean, I guaranteed you that they will stick in the wood. I mean, I'm sure if you hit someone in the very greatest place, you could hurt them slightly. Yeah, so the next step is I'm just gonna give them an amazing paint job. Alright, this is the last and final step, and all we're going to be doing is just giving these amazing throwing stars a nice coat of paint. The only thing we're going to be doing... Ooh, don't look at... There we go. The only thing we're going to be doing to get these things ready is just taping up the corners, but before we can do that, we got to clean them. Hold on a second, I got to... Whoa. That was crazy. Okay, well, I guess now these are all taped up, I need to, figure out what colors I'm going to use. Maybe if I look around in my environment, I could find some inspiration. Yeah, there's some red, and I guess that's blue, but what else could I possibly use? I don't know, I'm sure I'll think of something. You're like an arsonist. But with paint. It's a fashion faux pas. Me and this red paint go way back. Last time I broke a bone, this red paint. Okay, that might not be true, but I was painting a Nerf gun once. Very first time I'd ever actually spray painted anything. And you know, while I was waiting for it to dry, it was actually, I mean, technically the spray painting part went. Ooh. Those are both color plate. This one's killing me. It's like staring into nowhere. And you know, me being a bored, older, I don't know how old I was, like probably 30. Alright guys, so that's it. I've made 3 throwing stars in red, white, and blue. Get it? Oh, you got it. Yeah, you do. But so actually I'm going to be sending these off to Z Not Alpha Productions. If you're looking that up in YouTube, it is, just put in Z and A Productions, and that's what it is. I'll see y'all next time. I work on something stupid. Bye.